Today we're going to show you how we use templates and epoxy to create unique trays like this, and the options truly are endless. Once you've chosen the template you want to work with, you'll want to go ahead and find a suitable piece of wood to make it from. The idea here is to avoid any major cracks, voids, or defects. Start off by securing your workpiece. We like to use template tape on the bottom. You want to use a decent amount to prevent any slippage or movement when working on your piece. Now you can start preparing your template. If it's a brand new template, it'll likely have some protective film on it. Now, you'll want to make sure that is removed before applying your two-sided tape. Make sure your wood is clean and free of dust, and firmly press your templates down. Then get ready to put your router to work. We've got a 3/8 flush trim bit set up, and it's going to have the bearing riding along the upper half of our template so that it's about 1/8 cutting depth. If you want to prolong your router bit's lifespan, we recommend cutting at depths that are equal to half of its shank diameter. We've got an in-depth video on router bits you could check out for more info on that. Some template designs have tight spots that you'll have to swap router bits for. For this corner, we'll swap our 3/8 bit for a 3/16 miniature flush trim bit. This helps retain more detail and sharper, tighter corners. Don't forget, the multiple pass rule still applies. Cutting away as much as you can in multiple passes will make the next few steps easier on yourself and your tools. Some templates have some inner details such as these eyes and nose. Laying the inner template will let you mark out your design, so the cutouts will line up perfectly. Throw some tape on your pieces, peel them, and line them up with the areas you just marked out, being sure to press them down firm. Another method that we like to use for removing material is using Forstner bits. This will save some stress and abuse on your router bits, but you have to use accuracy on your drilling depths. We use a few different sizes to get into the tighter areas. After that, you'll use your router to clean up the inner areas. We recommend switching to a larger bit. We're rocking a 1/2" flush trim bit for this last task. At this stage, you're ready to cut them out on the bandsaw. Or, if you don't have a bandsaw, a jigsaw works well too. This step is setting you up for the flush trim, so cut as close to your finished size as possible. Cutting too much with a flush trim router can cause tear out, cutter flex, overheating, or breaking the router bit. On your router table or router, set your bearing to ride the clean path from our last efforts. We prefer a 1/4" downcut spiral bit for this. Using a straight cut bit can increase chances of chatter and tear out on hardwoods. Once that's done, you can move on to sanding your piece. We like to use our spindle sander for this, and we'll sand the inside of the tray by hand. Work through the grits like any other project up to about 180 grit. From there, you can choose your favorite edge finish. We went with a small 1/8 round over, doing the outside, the inside, and all the inner detail edges. This gives it a more natural look and a smooth feel. You can see on our router that we're using our universal base plate. This provides good stability and safe cutting on such small features. There's a link down below if you are interested in one. The next step is optional, but could add a nice creative touch to any of your pieces. We're using a combination of West Systems epoxy and beaver dust pigments to create a colored base inside the tray. Stir in a color of your choice and mix thoroughly. Then carefully pour your epoxy in the tray. The goal here is to create a thin, even layer. Epoxy will generally self-level given it has a long enough cure time. You can always use a popsicle stick to assist in spreading it around your surface. This will also create some texture in the pigment, which is a nice look. Once it's poured, hit it with the torch to remove any bubbles. Allow the epoxy to completely cure and get ready to oil your pieces. We're using walrus oil on this one, but you could use any of our favorite finishes. Walrus oil is low viscosity, which makes it easy to apply and highly absorbent. We like to let it sit for a while before buffing away the excess. Walrus oil is a good, safe, and natural finish. Now you can enjoy your newly made tray. If you found this video helpful, consider hitting that subscribe button or leave us some comments below. If you're interested in any of the products we used in this video, we'll leave a link to our web store in the description. Thanks for watching.